Thank you all so much. Good evening. Welcome to the wonderful restaurant that is Ozattar. Give it up for Ozattar. It is such an honor to see so many of you here tonight. I appreciate you all. It means so much to introduce myself to you all as Mahdi Hassan, editor, CEO, and founder of the company Zateo, which is a weird thing to say those words out loud. It's weird to say because, you know what? I've never run anything in my life. I can't run a business. I can barely run a bath. The idea that I would be put in charge of something like this is insane. I can't actually believe you're all here with me tonight, with us, with Zateo, celebrating, because just over a year ago, Zateo didn't exist. It was an idea in my head. It was something I scribbled on a piece of paper. It was something I talked hypothetically about with friends and family late at night. And yet here we are, 12 months later, celebrating with you all. Me, a Muslim immigrant journalist. I'm the Trump trifecta, running a US media company, a successful US media company in 2025. So tonight is a celebration of journalism, of independent journalism. It's a celebration of a media company that launched last year with the kind of bravado and confidence that you only hear from journalists who say stuff like, how hard can this be? Fucking hard is the answer to that question. I have not slept for the past year, nor has my team. It's been very tiring. If I haven't replied to emails or texts of yours for the last year, that's the reason why. I've been tired, I've been overworked, or I don't give a fuck about you, but no, I love you all. I love you all, especially for coming tonight, most of you. Running a startup is a challenge, especially for a journalist with no business background like myself. Raising the money, filling in the forms, dealing with regulations. Those of you who are thinking of joining Substack and doing that, it makes you almost want to become a Republican, right? I'm a lefty, and I'm looking at some of this stuff, almost. The white supremacy is still a deal breaker for me. I have a lot of thanks to do tonight. I'm going to try and keep it short. I have so many people to thank, but before I go anywhere, I've got to thank those of you who pretend to know what Zateo is, right? We are not a Mediterranean restaurant. We are not the name of a new cryptocurrency. It is an ancient Greek word that means to seek out, to inquire, to look for the truth. And our number one goal when we launched was to find the truth, tell the truth, defend the truth, to pursue journalism that isn't just fast, but fearless, adversarial, combative, outspoken. We're not here to be passive observers or stenographers to people in power. Those of you who know our journalism know that we're all about making noise and challenging the people in power, whether they are Republicans or Democrats. We knew it wouldn't be easy launching a subscription business in 2024. A media business is like, as the saying goes, launching a sailing company in the middle of a hurricane. And yet we are here 12 months later afloat, not just afloat, not just surviving, we are thriving. Let me do some humble bragging. We have more than 750,000 subscribers on YouTube in a year. We have 400,000 subscribers on Substack. We have 1 million followers on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Those are Zateo's numbers, not my own. My own numbers are bigger, but those are Zateo's numbers. In a year, now I sound like Piers Morgan. In a year, in 12 months. How? Because we published original, impactful, authentic stories, essays. We launched merch. That's how you're a real company these days. We did live events. And we pissed off some billionaires, which apparently is the real metric for being a successful journalist in America right now, even at the Washington Post, especially at the Washington Post. So, I just want to run through the list. We have interviewed members of Congress, Senate, House. I've interviewed the Prime Minister of Malaysia, the Foreign Minister of South Africa, the Mayor of London, the former Prime Ministers of Israel and Pakistan, the latter of whom we interviewed from inside of a prison cell. We interviewed John Legend, Rob Delaney, Hassan Minhaj, Alana Hadid, Piers Morgan, as you saw. Our contributors include Naomi Klein, Bassem Youssef, Greta Thunberg, Cynthia Nixon, Spencer Ackerman, Rula Jibril, John Harwood, and many more. We just launched a show with Jamal Bowman and Corey Bush. It's originally called Bowman and Bush. That's what you do when you can't come up with titles, but it's a great show. Last month, we won our first Webby for our podcast, We're Not Kidding. Special thanks to our producer, Frank Capello, on that. Last night, we premiered here in New York the most important thing we've done since we launched. We premiered the documentary, Who Killed Shireen, which we paired up with the District Bear Media folks and Diane Nissenbaum to uncover the name of the Israeli shooter who killed American citizen and journalist Shireen Abu Akleh. And over the last 24 hours, that story has been picked up by the New York Times, by CNN, by The Guardian, and by the Times of Israel, which refer to us as a far left outlet, but I'll take it.
Liking this video? Then don't just watch, hit like, share, and subscribe. And tap the bell so you never miss a video or live show. But if you want early access to exclusive content, then you have to head to zeteo.com and subscribe now. You'll be supporting fearless, independent journalism.
And then, of course, there is our political correspondent, the one and only Prem Taka, who broke, in my view, the biggest story of the year, the outrageous illegal detention of Mahmoud Khalil in this very city by the Trump administration. And Prem has led the way in reporting on the Trump administration's crackdown on student protesters. And just the other day, the New York Times credited his journalism. If the Times is crediting you by name, that's a big deal, folks. That's blood from a stone. And I love all the New York Times folks who are here tonight. Thank you so much for coming. Very quick thanks, some more thanks. Bina Alvi for helping us organize this event tonight. Alzata that I mentioned. The Palestinian-American bakery from the hard cookies. Way better than the vein. They're in your gift bags tonight. Enjoy. Thank you to Henry Holt, my publishers, which have also given some books in the gift bags. Please do grab a bag on the way out. Thank you to the folks at Substack. Hamish McKenzie, our daily lifesaver Nishant Bansali, who's here tonight. And of course, the one and only Catherine Valentine, who you just heard from. She's a force of nature. Give it up for Catherine. Catherine knew Jim Acosta was leaving CNN before Jim did. She knew Joy Reid was leaving MSNBC before Joy did. Catherine sees the future and acts accordingly. Thank you to our lawyers in this very litigious authoritarian climate. Jeff Hall and Nimra Azmi and Ibrahim and Mahmoud. Mahmoud is here tonight. Thank you all for your support. Thank you, most of all, on my team, to JP Raymond and Kieran Alvey, without whom I couldn't have got this company off the ground. Without whom I could not keep it running every day. There's not enough thank yous for you both. And of course, well, thank you to so many people. I got to say, Lara Strider, our first employee. Name check. The first person I ever employed in my life. I had to find out how to employ someone. It requires a lot of Googling. Thank you to our subscribers. There is no Zeteo without you all. We're humbled by your support, our growing support. Thank you to our board, to our investors. Thank you to our very first intern, Kareem Baig, who's here tonight. And we tasked him with writing the entire business plan, which is insane, right? And yet here we are, we're profitable in year one. So thank you to our first intern. Lastly, thank you to my wife and kids who can't be here tonight. They're back in DC. They keep me grounded and humbled. I appreciate their love and support and for putting up for the last year with two of the worst people you can have in your house at the same time, a journalist and a small businessman at the same time. Awful. All right, so let's just end it. This is not the end. This is the beginning. Year 2 of Zeteo is not just about growth. It's about doubling down on what matters to us. Truth, impact, integrity, authenticity. That is what we will be building on. We are not here to fit in. We are not here to play both sides journalism, not in an age of genocide or fascism. And yes, we are a media outlet that's allowed to say those words. Lucky us. We are here to make some noise, and we are here to ask hard questions, tell uncomfortable truths, and reject all op-eds written by AI about AI, because those are bullshit. Except for this speech, which obviously I got ChatGPT to write for me. So here is to Zeteo, to year 1, to the truth, to our subscribers, to our team, to all of you for coming here tonight and celebrating with us, to Bill de Blasio, who I didn't even know would be here celebrating with us. Thank you, Bill. Thank you to you all. It means so much to me that you came out in this horrible, cynical, thank God it's not raining environment. In an age of cynicism, I'm a very cynical person. I gotta say, this means so much to me. I appreciate you all. Many of you are former bosses of mine. Now that I'm a boss, I apologize to you for having to put up with me, Laura Conaway, Patrick McMenamin, and others. I appreciate and love you all. Please enjoy the night. Love the food here. Thank you for coming out. Sorry for taking up so much time.